Hi Libra, welcome to your weekly love reading. Let's see what's going on for you this week in terms of love. This is the Devil card and Two of Swords, okay? Two of Swords is a crossroads. It's about a decision. The Devil is about karmic relationships, fear-based situations, manipulation, control, toxicity, feeling severely stuck kind of thing. This person doesn't want to proceed forward on that path because they feel like they'll get ensnared in this trap even more. They want freedom from the fears because they're realizing that fear is what kept them staying. So there's a crossroads here, Two of Swords. There may have been a time where deep down this person already knew that they need to move on from certain karma, but sometimes it takes a while between realizing that deep down and then becoming more comfortable and confident in that decision, that final judgment, before taking action. But I feel like someone is like planning here. They know what they need to do, kind of thing. Yeah, Page of Cups, blank canvas. Okay, so there's this path of the highest good that the divine is guiding you down. It's like this river here, it's really strong. And the karma is like this little dam that's been made by this beaver. But that's like nothing compared to the power of this river. Look, it doesn't look like it's slowed down much at all. Page of Cups. It's that childlike quality again, following your heart. It's saying don't conform to a set path. If it's not making you feel alive, if it's not making you feel excited about life, if it's not making you feel fulfilled, then it's time to release it. And yeah, with the King and Queen of Cups as well, it's like you're both just looking into your heart. There was that Knight of Cups as well, looking into your heart in order to see what you want your life to look like in terms of your emotions, in terms of love. So there's a very powerful creative force right now as well. Creativity. I'm hearing that if you're around children, they're a great inspiration for that creativity, and children, you know, we often try to encourage them that they can be or do whatever they want to be, or yeah, to not limit themselves and to have that belief in themselves. And if you're surrounded by children as well, that's a lot of light. Children are really high vibrational light, and you do align with that very easily because you have so much light and love and purity of that energy within yourself as well. So you and this person, very strong souls. Queen of Swords, she takes no bullshit, no nonsense approach. This is cutting the ties to things that aren't serving you. Being assertive, being in your personal empowerment, doing what's right for you. Okay, so let's look at some oracle cards. These are the True Love reading cards. The Sacred Woman. Creativity. Yeah. And worthiness. You're so worthy. You're worthy of so much more than the... Look at all these cards with traps in them. Here's one painful trap. You're so much more worthy than feeling stuck in these fears all the time. There may be rebellious people, manipulation, the need to escape. Look, there's all these reference here to being trapped and needing to escape, needing to pour out that which isn't serving you, to empty your heart, to be able to receive what is for you. That there's a cage here. Don't submit to this. Submission. Time of liberation. Yeah, look, you're helping each other to feel at peace, to just be your true self. I feel like one of you or both of you had to walk on eggshells all the time, and that's partly what that submission was. Just walking on eggshells, not really being free to be your true self or spontaneous, because it felt like, or it did create a lot of turbulence, a lot of pain if you were your true self. Look, this chains here, the Devil card shows the couple chained up. So yeah, free yourself by being assertive. Look, all these cards here. You're worth so much more than this. Okay? And it's mostly illusion anyway. With all these swords, she can cut those ties. Look, she's even got a dagger in her mouth. She can cut those bonds. The door's open to this cage, and you haven't walked into that trap yet. And look, interestingly, we have another hot air balloon. So there's two here. That's really saying you're both rising up and escaping. Seven of Swords came out as well. That's escaping on the eve of a battle. So yeah, you're escaping some sort of toxicity and drama. Three of Wands. This is traditionally waiting for your ship to come in. So upon connecting with your divine counterparts, made this intense creativity, your connection, your energies have come together, and here's that new doorway to go through, and you're really assisting each other hand in hand on this path as it's unfolding. The Sacred Woman. So divine feminine, you may be assisting with this process of transformations. There's a gentleness here, like with the dream catcher. I'm seeing it as you and your divine counterpart may have had a lot of these nightmares, sleepless nights, worries, but you're capturing those and you're sending out light and love and comfort. But at the same time, your energies are very strong, like the bull here, kind of like a bull in a china shop, breaking down all the limitations. We have, what's this one called? Soul's Journey or something. Oracle cards. What the angels need you to know. Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Yeah, there's so much the divine has to give to you and this person. So that is why there's this transition out of those cages that limit you from receiving, because there's so much more to unfold for you both. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. So you definitely feel sanctuary with each other. There's this safety, like you're walking hand in hand down this path, and yet it can appear to be very scary, a lot of upheaval, but this is really saying, the angels are really saying you're safe here, and they're giving you a lot of sanctuary and support and guidance as well on this journey. Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. Okay, so you will reach your destination that this new path is leading you down. There's a butterfly here as well. That's transformation. At the bottom of the deck we have surrender to the journey, release control. So to me this is really saying keep contacting the divine, meditate, be in nature, try and be at peace as much as you can, because a lot of this fear, well, all of the fear is in the mind kind of thing. But again, Spirit is guiding you, and look, there's the destination that's here. You will reach your destination that's for your highest good. So these are the Starseed Oracle cards. We have Star Ancestors, Hidden Secrets, Lost Wisdom, Look a Little Deeper. Okay, so again, so much wisdom is coming through from your soul family that's guiding you. They guided you and this person to meet, kind of thing, or come closer together at this time. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. Okay, so that you may feel pressured to live your life in a certain way in order to kind of fit in with most of the people or your society around you. But so many doors of opportunity and so much abundance is going to come in if you go down your own path, the path where your heart is leading you, kind of thing. You don't have to be like a people pleaser. You're not for everyone. Your life is a canvas. Okay, so this has come out twice. There was that blank canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Your life is a canvas, so you can start fresh. You can create whatever you want. You may have lost faith in the past that your life can be as you want it to be, just as you were to lose faith completely perhaps, or go down the wrong path. I feel the divine stepped in and is giving you the option now to stay in that comfort zone that in truth in the long run brings you very little comfort, or trusting the divine, taking that leap of faith kind of thing. So these are the chakra wisdom cards. Solar plexus, self-discipline. My self-discipline and willpower will significantly help me in my efforts to move forwards and grow. Yeah, your soul is wanting you both to grow now. I am free of the need for the approval of others. Okay, so some of you may have stayed in certain toxic situation because you're worried about hurting people or what other people thought of you. So there was feelings of guilt or shame. I face each challenge with determination and courage, and I am determined to live my life to its full potential. I am strong and capable. My actions speak louder than my words. Okay, so some people may have tried to free themselves from those cages through words, and the karmic people or person or whatever resonates was not really listening to words, so your actions are going to speak louder than words. What do the angels need you to know? Sacral chakra, sensuality. I encourage myself to express my sensuality and emotions creatively using all my faculties, including touch, voice and actions, and creative abilities such as art, craft, music, acting, cookery, gardening and writing. I practice being aware of and enjoying my senses, being nourished and stimulated by the natural world, such as by landscapes, people, weather, animals, aromas and sounds. So you're going to be bringing more of that kind of thing into your life, really just seeing life through new eyes kind of thing. That's what that rebirth is, like seeing things through those childlike eyes and that curiosity, and that's all the abundance that's coming in and creative expression of all of that. You're going to be experiencing life in a much more sensual kind of way. Throat chakra, creative expression. I am committed to sharing and revealing my thoughts and feelings by being creative in my communication style and using expressive language. I express myself through talking, singing, sighing, laughing and crying, and through using my creative talents. Okay, so much creativity is opening up. We've had many cards about it. Canvas has come out twice. Creativity, sensuality and expressing that creatively. I consciously use my senses to experience my world more fully. I see, hear, smell and feel more, and I become much more aware of my surroundings, such as the weather, aromas, people, nature, sounds and sights. So this is the amazing new opportunities and abundance that is really showering into your life. So the divine is really asking you to be open and receptive to that. So we have the Universal Love Oracle cards next. Tantric Union. So you have a higher dimensional connection with this person. You have a telepathic bond. You feel each other's emotions. You may even know what the other person's thinking, kind of thing. And right now I feel like you're connecting in this way pretty much at any time that you can. You're always connected in this way, but you're trying to consciously tap into that as much as you can, kind of thing, because you're just really loving each other's presence. Okay. And that's that safe sanctuary that you're in together. Trilogy of light and spiritual growth. So much light is coming down into your being for this spiritual growth, for this healing, and you're a conductor of that light. You're grounding it more. So I'm going to finish off this reading with a Rumi Oracle card, and it's going to be a really powerful message from your angels. What do you really need to know about this connection right now? Divine discontent, number 12. Okay, open straight up on it. Winter falls upon us, so spring can bring new growth. Cry the tears, allow the longing. Sadness brings surrender and a deep desire to be free. I know your heart. I hear it breaking and groaning in darkest night when you imagine yourself to be silently cast adrift in sleep. It speaks to me, that sacred heart of yours, whispering its longings and bemoaning its divine discontent. It knows when something is amiss. It senses that something is not quite right as yet. There is a piece of the puzzle missing. Even in its tremendous gratitude for all that is, and there is so much gratitude and sweet appreciation in that precious heart of yours, there is a murmuring, a questing. It cries out to heaven, "Vouchsafe me a blessing. I cannot go on. I am broken and in need of your tenderness for healing. I am empty and in need of filling, not with stuff and bits, but with the most precious nectar of divine fulfillment. Nothing else will satisfy me. Please, please restore me to wholeness. I can bear this missing piece, this broken disarray no longer. I listen and I cajole that wise heart of yours. I praise it for its honesty and longing, for the longing is an irresistible perfume to the beloved, attracting the only salve that will soothe the divine discontent of your truth-speaking heart, that of divine presence, absolute and unquestionable. There is a sense within you, perhaps quite obvious to your conscious mind, or perhaps only dimly registered as an unnameable underlying sense of anxiety, that something in your life is not quite right. It may be the sense, even amongst so much gratitude, of a yearning yet to be met, a longing to be fulfilled and satisfied. This is the pain of the awakening heart. That heart is capable of bliss and ecstatic reverence for the sheer beauty and wonder of creation. Yet as the heart matures, there will be a process of deep, passionate longing that awakens for the divine. It is the impatience for the caress of the great lover, for the presence of the divine to come to you. Over time, that longing will grow from a mild inner sense of incompleteness, needing to become whole. It will develop into a holy fever, a sacred rage, a stamping of dancing feet, a pounding of fists upon the altar, and a longing so deep and distressing that one may well break into tears at the impossibility of bearing the pain of apparent separation for even a moment longer. "Where is my beloved?" cries the awakening heart. "I call for my beloved, and yet I am here, still waiting. I can stand this no longer." As devotion grows and passion for the divine intensifies, so too does this yearning, so much so that this may come to feel as though your heart is breaking for the divine. Or perhaps you're not quite there yet. Your heart is attached to smaller gods, such as your status, your job, your lover, your body looking a certain way, or being able to live your life in a particular way. These smaller gods are not necessarily an issue, yet you have drawn this oracle, and so it is guidance for you that the divine wants to draw you closer. Sometimes that means we will have the meagre meal wrested from our hand, so we may feast upon something far more delectable and grand. The divine is a fiercely possessive lover. If there is a face of another beloved preventing you from longing for the divine embrace, and if you cannot see that it is the divine beloved within your lover that you are loving, well then something will be done by heaven. So make your relationships sacrosanct. Seek the divine in all things. When you cannot, when the power of lesser gods has you in its grip, acknowledge it, bear witness to it, do not chastise, instead be truthful. Let your heart break and lie prostrate on the floor, hands clutching and head bowed as though only your sadness and plight could stir the heart of the divine beloved into descent of succour and grace, saving you from a life far too bland for your exquisite palate. Just don't misinterpret the pain and think that something really is wrong. If you are surrounded by status and money and cannot understand why you should mourn, it is even more important that you allow yourself to do so. Mourning is to be felt. Understanding is not so relevant. But if you must seek understanding, then know this, dear blazing angel. You are just waking from the deepest slumber, and with your awakening heart you are realizing a truth. A part of you, deeper and wider, vaster and more instinctive, truthful and intelligent than your mind, is lonely for the divine embrace. This is right, this is sensible, this is sanity. It is the pain, the real noble pain of the heart that says there is something more than this inadequacy, this settling for plastic instead of precious gemstones that must end now. I cannot be fed by pixelated sunsets in animation upon my computer screen. I yearn to be blasted by so much radiance and beauty, by the real thing, that I become stupefied. I must witness so much divine splendour that all I can utter is some incoherent grunt, my mind dissembled and my heart ignited by the presence of my beloved. I want to become a fumbling, ecstatic wreck in the presence of my beloved. I want to allow this pain, this yearning, this divine discontent to guide me to my holy lover, so my life may never be the same again. And so it shall be. The discontent divine, growing within you, is the beginning, not the destiny. Its purpose is to lead you into your greatest connection yet with divinity. Do not resist it, witness it. Do not dismiss it, trying to cover up its smell with rose petals. Let your rank discontent be the pathway to divinity. Look beyond what is, what has been prized and treasured and is now found to be plated, and not the precious gold it was once esteemed to be. Don't be scared, for you are my sidekick on this great holy adventure. I am here, you see, just around the corner. I have you in my sights, though you may not see me yet. I am holding a loaf of fresh bread, hot from the kitchen of the Creator, hoping to entice you with its wafting scent, tempting you to follow me on towards something of far more substance. If you are still stuck on pine-scented air freshener, imagining it to be anything akin to the wild scent of the pine forest for real, then how can I tempt you? Let the stench be the stench, then the fragrance of God can be discerned, and together we can leave what is less behind, once and for all, grabbing like hungry schoolchildren for the divine bread with sweet fresh scent filling the air. And here's the sacred honouring ritual. Say the following aloud. Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, guide me now. I acknowledge the gratitude in my heart, genuine and fierce, and I acknowledge the hunger for the divine unfolding in my belly, the urging forward towards some unknown, indescribable sacred satiety. Guide me to the holy table where the true feast awaits. I am no longer satisfied by stale crumbs or the remnants of another's feast. I want to feast with the Holy One, the Great One, to know directly and for myself that I am divine. With your mercy, grace and wisdom, guide me there, dearest brother of my soul. I cast my soul into your care and follow my nose. I follow my nose towards the sweetest scent of the holy feast. Rest or stand up and dance your prayer. Just be with your body and how it wants to be, to rest or move. Whatever you choose, stay with your breath and with what feels truthful. Then say aloud, I release that which is not worthy of my soul to feast upon. I do not decide this for myself from a place of distrust or judgment. I surrender my attachment and I trust in the sacred workings of life to present me with what is needed. I surrender, in sacred trust I surrender. May my life be governed by love for the greatest good, and in holy service to love now. So be it. You have finished your sacred honouring ritual. So I really hope this has resonated with you. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.